Hey guys, what's going on? Rob here. Welcome back to the channel, Fully Loaded Customs. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave your comments down below at the end of the video. So today's video, it's going to be a little bit of a longer video. Like I was saying, I do custom airbrush work. So this is the first thing that I've done. This is a 1972 Plymouth Roadrunner concept art I did. Me and my buddy have this car at his house. And we were talking about what it would look like. He has a 73, but we were talking about what it would look like if you put the 72 front clip on it, did the 73 rally stripes on it in the white interior, and painted it Kandy Magenta. So I told him, hey, give me a couple days and I'll come up with a airbrush concept design. So this is the airbrush artwork I came up with. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you step by step on how I did this. So yeah, be sure to let me know in those comments down below if you guys are interested in tutorial videos that I do like this. I filmed this all at the actual speed, so it is going to be a bit longer of a video. And like I was saying, let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in seeing a tutorial video, or if you're more interested in seeing me speed the video up and just doing this, like a time elapse of the artwork. So I'll be showing you how to do that, and at the end of the video there too, I will be showing you how to wet sand and polish these. So if you do paint in the garage, you are able to get that glass mirror reflection on your artwork or your cars or whatever you're painting on. So this was painted in a 2-car garage, like I said, and as you can see, in a 2-car garage or not, you can still end up with glass results, right? So I'll be showing you how to do that at the end of the video there too. So guys, stay tuned. I'm going to show you step by step on how I created this artwork. So this is the material that I was talking about. This is the I-bond. You can get this at any sign shop. All it is basically 2 layers of aluminum and then plastic in the center. So as you can see there, aluminum, plastic, aluminum on the top, and it's just covered with this little film here. So what I'll do is I'll peel this film back, I'll sand this down. Once this is sanded down, I'll have a nice canvas to airbrush on, or to do, you know, custom artwork or whatever I'm doing that day. It's also nice because it's thick, it won't flex, it won't bend, it's nice and light as well. And you can hang it up on your wall once you're done, make some nice wall art with it. So that's what I got going on here. This one here is 18 inches by 24 inches. And what you'll do is, I went online, I found a nice image of what I'd like to airbrush. What I was saying is the 72 Roadrunner, because the one we're going to do, it's a 73, but we're going to put the 72 front clip on it. So I got one pretty close to what I'd like the car to turn out like when it's finished. And then now, yeah, basically what I'm going to do is I need to center my image here. I'll get my transfer paper under my carbon paper underneath it. Tape it down so nothing moves. Then it's going to take a pen and go over all the lines on the vehicle. That's going to transfer the carbon onto the I-bond board. And once that's complete, then I'll be able to airbrush that vehicle and, you know, and work my way up from there. So yeah, definitely check it out. Let me get everything set up here right away and I'll show you how it's done. So guys, what you want to do here is you want to get that film off the I-bond board. Once you have that off, what I like to do is I like to use 400 sand grit paper on a dual action sander. Just sand the panel down so it's all taken care of. There's no more shine to it. Once you are at that point, your paint or any of your airbrush artwork is not going to lift on you when you get to the later stage where you're using a clear mask on it. So we got my image all pulled down here on the 72 Roadrunner. I got it pulled down, so as you can see underneath here, there's nothing here underneath it. So what I'm going to use is this carbon paper here. Put this side down. So you want this carbon paper to be light side up, the dark side here facing the canvas. So this side will actually transfer the image onto the canvas. So what you want to do, just lift your canvas, lift your artwork up, put that underneath, and just tape everything down. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get this all prepared, square it all out, pull it all tight. Once I've got it tight, I'll set everything up and I'll show you just how I transfer the image. So once you have your artwork all tight on the board, you got your carbon paper on the right way, what you want to do is just take a pen or something like that and then just go over all the lines of the artwork or whatever it is you're painting. And when you're doing this, this is going to transfer the images onto the canvas, whether it be a canvas like I'm using today, a bike tank, on the back of a vehicle or a trunk or something like that. It does a pretty good job. Any of the highlight areas, you want to go over those too, so you know where your highlights are. Like you look through the center of the door, there's a nice reflection of the light there, from the contrast of the dark and the light. You want to make sure that you hit areas like that there too, so I'll go over those. And the good thing about this is you can go over the whole vehicle. I like to use a pen, and the reason for that is I'm able to see what I've drawn on the whole vehicle. The pen will leave a mark, and I'll be able to see lines that have not yet hit, which is pretty good. So I can go back in there and I can make those lines darker, or I can hit them again if I know I haven't gone over them yet. Like I said, no one showed me how to do this. I kind of just had to figure it out on my own, how to do vehicles and stuff like that. So just trial and error. If there's anything else that you guys are interested in doing that you haven't done before, you just kind of play around with things till you kind of figure it out, right? So it took me a while to figure out how to do the artwork for a car, but after a couple trials and errors, I kind of figured it out on my own, so it worked pretty good. And what you want to do, just keep going back over the lines until you've done the whole vehicle. Once the whole vehicle, you think you've got it done, you can keep it all masked up, and then what you want to do is you want to lift out one section at a time, just so you can see if there's any sections that you missed here. Like you'll see here later on in this clip here, I ended up missing a line that was on the front rim there. So all you have to do, if you miss something, is just simply line it back up, put your carbon paper back underneath, and just go back over those lines, and it's just going to put it back in the right spot for you. Doing this method for me has worked out pretty good. Another way of doing this here would be if you have a projector, like an autograph projector, you're able just to draw the lines on by projecting the image on the vehicle or the canvas you're working on. I haven't been able to pick up one of those yet, so until I do, this is the method that I've been using, and like I said, it works pretty well, so I'll continue doing that until I'm able to pick up that projector. Okay guys, so now that I got my vehicle transferred onto my 18x24 canvas using the transfer paper and the stencil here, by going over top of the lines, using that transfer paper to transfer the image onto whatever you're painting. In my case, this 18x24 canvas. I'm now ready to pick something that I want to start with and paint, right? So you got two options. You can either do this all freehand if you're really good at your freehand skills. I like to have a lot of hard edges, so I'm going to just mask off the things I'm painting and go from there. I never had anyone show me how to do something like this. So I just kind of, figured it out. The first thing I did was at the Impala for one of my previous videos. I'll show you that because it's on up on the wall though too. But because I have some black airbrush paint in my airbrush gun from something I just completed not long ago, I'm going to use that. And I'll just show you that here too. I should have did a video of this. Didn't do it, but next time I will. This is the first time I ever did interlapping graphics. I've never done this style of painting before, so I just had to figure it out. That's probably why I didn't do a video of it, because I had to figure it out. So anyway, got it figured out here. I got some black laugh in the airbrush gun from the shadowing that I just did here. So as you can see, first time I've ever tried interlapping graphics. Hey, it turned out pretty sweet. I'm all ready to clear coat this and then sand it down, and afterwards, wet sand and polish it. So it'll be all set and ready to go. There's the black I was talking about. It's in the airbrush gun, ready to go. And like I was saying, there's the 58 that I did. And same thing, when I did that 58, I didn't know how to do it. I never seen that a tutorial on stuff like that, so I just kind of had to figure it out on my own. But yeah, back to this here. So I'm going to figure out what I want to paint first on the 72 Roadrunner. So in case, like I was saying, I got black already, so I'll start with some of the tires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a clear masking tape. So this is it here. I just got a chunk already, so you can see whenever I lay this down on the image, now I'll be able to use a utility knife or a razor blade or whatever and cut out along the lines and then spray in my tire black. And when I peel it off, it's going to give me a nice hard edge on it. Nice, hard, crisp lines on it, right? So that's what I'll do first. I'll do the tires first. In case you haven't seen that clear masking tape before. This is it here. I got a roll of this. This is from Airbrush or Maple Airbrush Supplies in Edmonton. You can also order this stuff from coastairbrushsupplies.com. TCP Global.com is going to have this here as well. They're not a really good paint site. They have all kinds of airbrush tutorial DVDs, airbrush paint starter kits, and all kinds of stuff like that. Same with Coast Airbrush as well. So yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll cut this stuff out. I'll set up the camera and, try and figure out which is the best way to get, that set up so I can show you guys what I'm doing next. So guys, what I'm doing here, I'm just laying out the clear masking film. And I'm just going to put over the sections that I'm going to paint here, like I was saying. In this case, I'm going to start off with the tires because I had some black airbrush paint left in my airbrush gun from the interlapping project I'd done earlier. So it's it's pretty tedious work when you first start out doing it, but after a while you're able to rip through it pretty quick. So laying that down, make sure that you leave extra film that covers the rest of your artwork, just so you don't get any overspray on things that you don't want to have oversprayed. This section here, it's not as important because I'm just starting out, but still, you don't want to have overspray when you've spent a couple of hours airbrushing something. So make sure you've got the areas covered that you don't want anything else getting airbrush on or whatnot, right? So once that's done, just you can use these little sections that are cut out here too in the future as well. So like I was saying, this section here, I'm going to paint anything that's black. In that case, that's also the spoilers here in the front. They're black, so I'm going to paint those as well at the same time. And what you'll see here is I'm just folding up some green tape. What that does is it catches any overspray. It works really good for catching overspray. So, at that point, as long as everything's all covered, I'll start doing some of my shadowing or my shading here on my tires and the sections there as well. So make sure you always keep your reference picture close to you. You can go back and forth, take a look at the reference picture, see how dark or how things should be shadowed and shaded. In this case here, I'm just filling in some stuff, especially the tire that's hidden underneath the car. That's pretty black. There's not a whole lot of detail into it. There is some light spots on the front tire there too. Same with the spoiler. The spoiler is mainly black, and it has a lot of highlights on it from the white. So I'm just shading that in, coloring that in there at the moment. And yeah, if you can see the tire, I'll just go over the tire here. There's some light spots in the tire, so I am going to leave that a little bit white, and then I'll hit that again once I go back in there to complete it and give it some more detail. You can't really see in this here either. There is some shadowing, like I was saying. Just keep your reference picture close so you can see where your highlight sections are, how dark it should be, or how light everything should be. Make sure that you got your. If it's not, if you not have your picture overlapped with a lot of extra film like I do on the left-hand side of this canvas, make sure you fold some tape just to hold back any of that overspray like I have on the right-hand side. So now that I have my tires roughly sprayed out, like the lower chin spoiler here too, I've roughly sprayed out in black. I'm going to mask off this car here with the clear masking film. And then we're going to paint in the silver, and I'll paint in the pink candy over top of it, and we'll go from there.